Cos-Player, the iPlayer series, Book 1. Written by David G. Martin. Narrated by Robert Kemp. Chapter 1. Earth. Sure, its native species can be a pain. They aren't exactly the most evolved beings in the universe, but they do have some pretty cool hobbies and interests. These interests make doing business here a lot of fun. I mean, where else in the galaxy can I walk around in the open at a geek convention as almost my normal self, get compliments on my costume, and make money all at the same time? Oh, and speaking of money, humans are built for exploiting that too. The collectibles market is insane and the perfect cover for my real business. Nobody blinks twice at a vendor rolling in a few extra pallets of crates labeled Luke Skywalker figures at a con, and the deals are easy money. The advanced tech market on a backwater place like Earth, away from the prying eyes of the galactic regulatory agencies, is booming, and that means that Earth is right where I want to be. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me catch you up. I'm Jarakin, but here on Earth, I go by Jack. If you look up on a clear night at the star that makes up the left point of what you call Orion's belt, well, where I'm from is just above that one. See that little star there? Yep, that's home. And guess what? That's about as close as I'll likely ever get to it again, because I'm stranded here on your planet. And that's just fine by me. And so, here we are, setting up another convention. This one is in Lexington, Kentucky. Quasitasticon 9 is what this one is called, I think. I don't really know anymore. The names of these things keep getting more complicated as more of them pop up. The draw of this particular show is that the special guests are all from TV shows and movies before 2005, which, if you're into those fandoms, is really cool. I, in particular, hope to grab one particular autograph from a certain cast member of Firefly that will complete my Crew of Serenity collection. Hey, I'm allowed to like where I work, right? And speaking of working, the vendor hall is all a bustle right now. This particular hall is a nice one, too, not like the hotel ballrooms that the smaller shows sometimes shove us in. I do not usually go back to those unless there is a really pressing business matter to attend to. I always spring for a booth of at least 40 feet long and 40 feet wide if the venue offers it, making Jack's menagerie of the amazing stuff pretty tough to miss. I'm what the serial attendees call a staple at these things, so I have to make sure there's always new stuff on the shelves. That, actually, is not the hard part of all of this. The hard part is today. The dreaded load-in and setup days at a con are the worst. Anyone who has worked at these kinds of shows will probably agree. The days with the people, those are the best. And the after-hours entertainment and activities for us vendors can get pretty awesome too. But all that comes along in its own time. For now, I'm looking across the show floor and I see some people that I just have to introduce you to. The hall at this stage is a meandering mess of vendors, workers, teamsters, and other official people who probably have the right badge to be here, all trying to cart in their wares, set up their stalls, and get them looking fine and dandy for all the shoppers that are totally here to see us and not the lineup of superstar actors, writers, and directors who bring all of their favorite worlds to life. 2 rows over from me, Bingo's role-playing game Emporium is almost completely set up. The floor opened only 2 hours ago and they're almost done. Nobody ever knows how they do it, but they are always on top of everything. I think they use magic or some serious alien tech that folds time and space in order to accomplish this, but I've never been able to prove it. The owner is always so coy when I try to figure out if they're really human. Oh, before we keep walking around, that's an important thing to point out. Not all of us vendors are human. Obviously, I am not, but some of the others are also from out of town. We pretty much know each other and what we really sell behind the scenes, so we are kind of like a secondary vendor community operating in the shadows behind the main vendor community. It sounds way more complicated than it really is. Trust me.